Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Going in Blind. So yeah, today we're talking about Earth Lightning Noctis, and yeah, it's one of our Final Fantasy 15 themed decks. So I don't know if this is title or not. I don't know if this is illegal or not. I don't know the rules very well, but that's why it's called Going in Blind. Okay, so accompany me in this journey as we talk about making a deck without actually knowing the format and the intricacies of it. And yeah, let's explore how we can keep having fun with it. First things first, I don't know if this format has a leader or not, but I've chosen not to be the leader for now. It could be inside, it could be in a command zone like Magic has with Commander. I don't really know the intricacies of the game, like I said. But yeah, Noctis is going to be the leader, but the deck is not centric to Noctis or to the King Regis. So both could be leaders because they both have the identity, they both have the elements that satisfy both the whole deck. So yeah, we got Noctis and we got Regis, but yeah, it's actually going to be a Kingsglaive deck. So yep, let's start off by Regis, the Kingsglaive one. The cost required to cast your job Kingsglaive is reduced by 1. Okay, so Regis is helping all our buddies out, his buddies, right? And it costs 4. And when he is chosen by a summon or an ability of the opponent, you may put a Kingsglaive you control into the break zone and cancel the effect. Okay, so they'll sacrifice themselves to save Regis. Okay, very much what a Kingsglaive should do, right? We also have the cost 5 Regis that's dual colored. When he enters the battlefield, choose up to 2 forwards other than the card name Regis. So none of these. Light or dark, and put into your break zone from the field. During this turn, play them onto the field. Okay, we have no light or dark, so that's pretty much going to be Sacrificial Lamb so that we can play everything else. And then we got the special ability, all the forwards you control gain. This forward cannot be broken until the end of turn. So that means it's got built-in protection. It's not the best card. We would rather have Noctis be the leader. So it's a 3-cost Noctis. When Noctis enters the field, choose a category, one category 15 forward other than Noctis itself. Any Noctis, these ones either. When Noctis forms a party, add it to your hand. When Noctis forms a party and attacks until the end of the turn, all forwards you control gain plus 2000 and haste. That's what a leader should do, right? It's going to be searching, it's going to be protecting, it's going to be buffing. Really good stuff, okay? That's really, really good stuff, okay? Let's see the other Noctis. We have a 5-cost Noctis that's only lightning, and it says the cost required to cast Noctis is reduced by 1 for each For each Cat 15 character you control, the whole deck. So it could actually be for free. Nice. Whenever a Cat 15 character other than Noctis enters the battlefield, choose a forward an opponent controls and dull it. Okay. So this is actually going to be doing some synergy and damage in the long run. Whenever a Cat 15 character other than Noctis you control is put from the field to the break zone, choose one forward an opponent controls and dull it. So that's going to be dulling all day long. Interesting. Let's read the Earth Noctis. So it's a 3-cost forward, EX burst. Whenever you receive damage, choose up to 1 forward. If you have received 6 points of damage, break it. Okay, so kind of wants you to be losing, so this works. I don't know how I feel about that. When you receive damage, choose up to 1 forward. An opponent controls Noctis and the chosen forward deal damage equal to their respective power to the other. Okay, and then pay 4 on a mana sink. During this turn, the next damage dealt to Noctis becomes 0 instead. Okay, so built-in protection. We have a 4th Noctis, which is going to be our backup one. It's a 2-cost backup. It says when Noctis enters the field, choose 1 forward. It gains plus 2000 power until the end of the turn, and when Noctis enters the battlefield until the end of turn, all Cat 15 forwards you control gain plus 2000 and Brave. Lots of buff going on here. Nice boy right there. So Sid Sophiar is a 2-cost backup, and you can tap it for CP, or you can tap it and pay 1 Earth and choose 1 forward and another forward until the end of turn. 1 loses haste, First Strike and Brave, then the later gains them all if they were lost. Interesting. Then we got a 6-cost backup. That's expensive, but hey, it's our sexy lady Cindy. Our favorite engineer says when Cindy enters the battlefield, you may search For up to 2 category 15, great, a tutor, and it's a double one at that, and it remains because it's a backup that enters when it tutors when it enters. And yeah, so add them to your hand, and she taps for choose 1 category 15, and it gains Brave until the end of turn, and you can pay 1 Earth CP, tap and sacrifice her until the end turn. All the cat 15 forwards gain plus 3,000. Okay, so she protects, she buffs, she tutors. That's pretty good. Honestly, that's an amazing. Cindy's so hot. I mean, Cindy's so good. Okay, then we have Core on cost 4. If you control Job King, there you go. Core gains 2,000 power, and when Core is put from the field to the break zone, you may remove the top 10 cards of your deck from the game. When you do, play Core from the break zone onto the field. Dull. I think this is gonna be a card that we are going to discard so that we can play the others. I'm not sure we would do that top 10 cards. Anyways, let's continue. Let's get into the Kingsglaive. We have Nyx, our expensive boy of the deck, and it's a 3 cost forward that says remove 1 Kingsglaive from the break zone, as in exile from your graveyard basically. Until the end of the turn, Nyx gains plus 1,000 power, first strike, and Nyx cannot be chosen by your opponent's abilities. Remove 5 of them instead, and you can search for 1 cat 15 forward, cost 5 or less, and play it onto the battlefield. Okay, so wow, 5 Kingsglaives and you get whatever you want. That's a pretty strong effect. That Nyx seems really good, not gonna lie, pretty good. Let's look at the other Nyx though, because we got 4 cost one here too. When he enters the battlefield, put 1 Kingsglaive you control into the break zone. When you do so, choose 1 forward and break it. Okay, removal. And then when a Job Kingsglaive other than Nyx you control is put from the field to the break zone, dies. Select one of the 2 following actions. Either Nyx gains haste until the end of turn, or you dull a forward that you choose. Okay. Both Nyx are pretty good in my opinion. I don't know because we're going in blind, but they seem really good. Now we have a cost 3 called Axis. He's a forward that says when he enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards from your deck into the break zone. Put Axis into the break zone and choose 1 forward other than Axis and add it to your hand from the break zone. Okay, so Graveyard Recursion. Then we got Libertas. When he enters the battlefield, choose a cat 15 character in your break zone, add it into your hand. If it's Nyx, activate up to 2 backups. Nice. Now we got the backups. Those were the forwards. We got 4 and 4. Pretty interesting. Pretty well rounded and balanced. So we got Pelna. If you control a cat 15 character, the cost required to cast Pelna is reduced by 1. Okay, so backup pays for backup. And you can tap it and sacrifice Pelna, and all cat 15 forwards gain plus 200. Nice. 2,000, my bad. Then you got Luce. You can pay 3 CP, tap it, and put Luce and sacrifice him, and choose 1 forward and break it. And then your opponent draws a card. So removal right there. So buff, removal, reducer, tutor, recursion. I mean, they're doing pretty well in my opinion. Sounds good. Let's check out Sonitus. Pay 3 CP and tap it and sacrifice it. Choose 1 forward, break it, and it deals you 1 point of damage. Okay, so that one's removal too, but it costs you. 1 gives card, draw, 1 does damage to you. That's a pretty hefty price in my opinion. Either way, it's good that it's a 2 cost backup. They're all good like that. So then we have the 3 cost one, which is gonna be Crow. A backup that when is put from the field into the break zone, you can choose a forward in your break zone and add it into your hand. Then her effect is you can tap her and sacrifice her, choose a forward and dull it. Okay, so yeah, that's the Kingsglaive deck. They all support each other pretty well, and I don't know that they combo off each other, or if they, I don't know, it doesn't feel like they are doing stuff for each other. It's more like they all are trying to do the same things, which is all around advantage. So that's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this deck is pretty viable. Honestly, we're going in blind, but I'm feeling pretty confident that Cindy is amazing. And yeah, I think the deck's well-rounded. The fact that it's not commander or leader centric, but it does have good leaders, that's a pretty cool thing. So yeah, it's got self-protection, it's got a lot of rocking, it's got a lot of good stuff going on all around. There's some dead cards like Core, but it doesn't matter. That's just a ritual. That's just mana to ramp up your game. So that's pretty cool. Imagine you pitch a Core to play Luce, and then once you got Luce there, tap Luce and pay for a Pelna. That's pretty cool. So that's pretty big 2-in-1. So let me know what you guys think. Is this crazy? Is the Kingslave deck actually like really good? Is it really different from this? Because I've been focusing a lot more on the elements and on the card count and on the theme than on actually getting it to work properly. Maybe there's other ways to do this. Like I said, I don't know all the rules, but hey, it's called going in blind for a reason. I don't know all the rules of the game. I've never played this. So yeah, I'm just making decks, having fun. Yeah, comment, like, share, subscribe, and follow for more. Okay, so I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.